Just got injured and in pain? You are probably thinking of how to get back to training and performing as soon as possible. Your body goes through a recovery process after the first 48 to 72 hours after getting injured. You may not be sure when to ice, when to heat, or when to start intervening. This video will run you through what to do so you can start removing that injury quickly. Hey, I'm Coach Tom. Welcome back to Breaking S&C, strength and conditioning for breakers. So what should you do after immediately becoming injured? Well, here is what we're going to look at today. What RICE is, what an immediate acute injury is and what's happening, then the steps of RICE. The body has a recovery response to injury and short-term pain. This is where the rest, ice, compression and elevation tactic first came about to try and speed up the recovery process. But honestly, clinicians will be debating the steps and how useful this stuff actually is until Kingdom Come. So what is an acute injury? An acute injury is the immediate injury or pain you experience. It's what happens when you first get injured by a singular incident. For example, you overstretch something, you bash something, you fall, land funny. These can also come from long-term or chronic injuries and movements. For example, say that your hamstring or groin is taking too much load all the time, so keeps pulling. This is an example of where a long-term issue can lead to an acute or multiple acute injuries. This video is going to concentrate on how to handle the acute short-term injuries. However, obviously, long-term, we need to address the underlying issues that may get you into those acute injuries, as a lot of these injuries are avoidable. So what happens when you get acutely injured? Could be a muscle tear, could be a sprained joint, ligament, or tendon. But let's take the commonly sprained ankle as an example. You are running, you twist your ankle and go over on it. The brain is designed to keep you alive, so you fall and the brain will go, oh damn, injury. First of all, adrenaline will probably pump through your body. It may mask the pain a little and allow you to run a little bit further. Although definitely don't do this, it will cause more damage. Well, unless your life's in danger, obviously. But when the adrenaline wears off, your brain will be sensing the danger of the injury and shut down signals to that area, so that you cannot produce more force through that area and create more damage. This blocking of the signals reduces the stimulation to the area and makes it weaker. This is all an inbuilt safety mechanism of the body to protect you from further harm and allow recovery to begin. What then happens is that your brain will send inflammation to the area to first clear up the dead broken cells and then start repairing the area. The transition from protect to repair is not set in stone. It depends on the level of damage, but pain should always be your guide when rehabbing an injury. The reason ice is so hotly debated as a recovery tool is that it's theorized to numb the inflammation response, possibly reducing the good repairing cells that go into their area. Left alone, nature will take its course and repair the area, and this is what many argue. But most breakers and other athletes want to get back to performing now. So this is where ice can come in. Ice will reduce pain and so will compression. This may have a psychological benefit as well, which can be very important. However, from a biology standpoint, evidence is inconclusive. For me, I actually don't think it matters too much. I don't think ice is the game changer if you have or haven't done it. Okay, but why are some doctors and physios saying ice is bad then? I think clinicians are debating it a lot because of the audience they work with. A lot of people in health services are mainly dealing with patients that won't do thorough rehabilitation. So I can see why the icing may not help, as it may delay their healing longer. But athletes will be doing the work. Here's a question for you. Does inflammation happen only when something bad happens? When you work out generally, not even with an injury, you actually create inflammation in your body. Most people have heard of the process of micro tears or breakdown of the muscle. This creates good inflammation so that you can repair, adapt, and get stronger. So for someone doing their rehab, you're probably going to get a good enough inflammation response later on to repair that injured area. so icing will not ruin the healing process either way. The important thing is to load the area pain-free so that you don't re-injure and block signals to that area again. And if we take that example of the ankle, the beginning stages of loading may be as little as just moving around. There is still gravity acting on that area. That is still strength training. Though, what we want to avoid immediately is heating the injured area. That will cause excessive swelling. So if you're in a hot environment, or you had to go to work, you're on your feet all day, or you just had to use the injured area, then I would probably ice it in order to control the swelling. After around 48 hours of getting injured, you can apply heat. I used to do it, but looking back, it really didn't help too much. If you can warm it up through movement just before a rehab session, I would say that's better. Now you know the theory, you'll be wondering, what are the practical steps? And are all of them important? So if you do want to go through the RICE protocol, here are the steps. The RICE protocol is a little bit in order, but also not. Rest. Definitely do this one. You need to rest until you can do pain-free movement and loading. But if you have just done it and it's hot, inflamed and hard to move without pain, rest it for 72 hours. Then continue following my rehabilitation protocol on my other videos. This rest will be part of the rehab protocol I set out anyway. Ice. We want to cool the area, not blast it. Also, I would say do no more than 20 minutes, 3 times a day, with a good 2-3 hour break in between. Remember, we do actually want inflammation to occur. It has the good stuff in it as well. The protection, clearing, repairing, and all the hormones that signal the next stage of recovery. So we do not want to ice all the time. We just want to control it. Icing will also reduce pain, and this may be relieving. So do it if you would like to. But do not then start moving the injured area uncontrollably when you don't feel that pain. Ice pack, frozen peas, or even showering with cold water. All can be used as cooling tools. To be honest, anything that's cool. Just be wary about applying something that's massively cold directly to the skin. Likewise for heating, you can use a heat pack or use the shower again. Compression. This will help reduce pain as well, but ensure it's not on super tight. Leave a little give. A bandage or support can be used for this. We want to take the support off as soon as you can, as long term, the support itself can do the work of the stabilizing muscles, making them switch off and become weaker. The support may help in the short term, but long term, it may delay your ability to strengthen the stabilizers, and thus may delay your recovery. Elevation. This is another tool that can help reduce and control swelling. Keep the injured area comfortable and resting above heart level where possible. This will prevent blood pooling in that area. Unloading the injury will also prevent further damage to that area. Take the ankle or knee. Even sitting like this will be loading the muscles more. There are muscles above that need to be supported, and even a tiny bit will be loading the area more than if you were lying down. Again, gravity is load. Make yourself comfortable, and if it feels relieving, then that's probably good. Try and find a position that makes it as pain-free as possible. So rest is the most vital step, and heating is probably something that can be left. The other steps are up to you. If it helps and feels good, then I would do them. Okay, so what are the next steps? In terms of when to build in rehab, I would wait at least 72 hours after injury before you build in low-level strength exercises. Strengthening pain-free will speed up recovery. At this point, the injured area is so weak that any movement under some kind of gravity will strengthen it. So stick to the guidance that I've set out in my rehab series and you will be fine. If you can exercise pain-free, but it hurts after, remember, it may just be that you have exhausted the stabilizers, and now that area feels vulnerable. Rest up, wait until you can move pain-free again, and then continue. Again, I want to reassure you, even if you don't apply RICE, the greatest benefit comes from pain-free movement and rehabilitation. Remember, your brain has made the muscles around the injured area weaker, so we need to strengthen them up in order to get back to training and performing. Breathe, we got this. Anyways, that was the video. If you found this useful, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. It really helps the channel grow, and allows me to put out more videos on different injuries and how to strengthen in the best way. Also, please give your feedback below. Ask any questions. Let me know what wasn't clear for you, as I'm aware this is all new information, and it will help make my message even better. Otherwise, until next time, train hard and stay safe.